Alright, what's up, yins guys? Trying to do another video here. It's been very overcast and cloudy outside, and it's been raining on and off. I want to get my camera all wet. But I want to show you how why sometimes some of us keep gaining our splits and then losing them again, and how you seen me do the stuff with the baton, like out in the open there. Then you'd gain it and you lose it. And then say, I'm going to show you how doing a particular thing against the wall, like I'm going to show you now, and also doing some of this here. But for some reason, I'll show you that for some reason when you're against the wall, unlike out in the open like you see me doing, your feet are trapped from going backwards. You know what I mean? So that's how you learn. So even if you're just doing this, without using a stretching machine. And I always say, whether you're against the wall or whether you're out in the open, it's like doing a downward dog and spreading your legs out a little bit more, and you're doing a form of downward dog. So you're going like this. You can even lock your feet, like if you have concrete that's not slippery. Some people say do use socks and use slippery concrete or slippery floor. But some of us, maybe we are not ready to, puts shock to our system, you know what I mean? For some odd reason, some of us are a little odd that way. We'd rather lock ourselves into place, in rougher concrete. Well, like this, you can do with either or. Some odd reason, your feet want to go backward. This time your feet there's a wall here, so your feet can't go much of anywhere. I always talk about, while you're doing this, do push-ups where you're at, because when you're doing push-ups, your legs are kind of and you can do it while, it's something you're doing while you're at it. And it seems to be, when you watch your videos after you make them, you can see right away what it's doing. I'm going to try to show you what it's doing gradually here. So if you're just a beginning over time, you let your feet go out a little bit more, do a push-up, and your heels are against the wall. You can stay here like this too for a while. We do tricep push-ups. I do knuckle push-ups all the time, but do tricep push-ups, stay there for a while, come back up. Just do a whole bunch of push-ups while you're at it, because for some reason your hips are wanting to calibrate, and I always talk about going like this a lot too. But then when you're ready to stand yourself up, do a lot of this and a lot of this. But then I'm noticing, show you too, where your feet go down a little more. This is going to be gradually over time. And if you're a beginner, you're not going to go down as far, but see, look how I'm getting down to here now. I think I have a video where I was doing in front of a store, a Dollar General, and using the wall at lunchtime because I was doing a contracting job in there. The Dollar General they just built, did the splits just like that because I'm using a wall. So every time you keep losing your splits, like you want to go against the wall, do push-ups, do tricep push-ups. Look at this. Look how much lower I'm getting now. See that? I'm getting actually lower down with it. For some odd reason, if your feet are sliding back, if you don't have a wall, me, I got very stubborn hips, and my hips are different. You stay like this, and man, you're feeling that shit right in the, for some reason, when you're using a wall, it's targeting them. Let me get back up again and show you. Jack myself back up. But, how a lot of people, everybody from ballet people to all kind of different people, are not just the crow's pose, they're doing this. Ballet people kind of want to spread themselves up, do that pirouette thing, or versions of that crow's pose. You've got to get your legs spread like this. If I was to get an aerial view, there's a part that's really vital to the splits that it's really stubborn, but I've been able to do the splits and kind of bypass that. If I'm using the wall, what it is, well, I'm trying to get my legs like this. I'm going to have to get somebody to do an up above view, or I should draw it, or find some free domain pictures, or somebody on YouTube and take a picture with the camera of the screen and do a screenshot, you know what I mean? But I don't know about some of you guys, but when your legs get like this, no matter how much crow's pose you do, or how much of this you do, it's a thing I have a hard time showing you in a camera, but if you use your imagination, my legs should go further back. Say if you're, there's like that type of stretch. But when you're going against the wall, for some reason your knees don't hurt as much, and you're targeting that area from the knee to the groin where it needs to be stretched. And a lot of us, that's a very stubborn part. Okay, it's one of them. I remember you ever see people, mostly girls for dance class, that they're doing something like a position like this, but it's a frog pose. I'm gonna show you, I get my knee pads. I already got to launder these pants. I only got a couple pairs of pants because, like I said before, all my pants, they all fit me like skinny jeans. I can't wear them anymore. I got different sweatpants the girlfriend got me that I wear to her pajama like around. But just gonna get my knee pads real quick. But anyway, that frog pose. I'll show you an example. There's an example. Some of us would never get that frog pose all the way flat down because our hips are, a lot of us, the hips are never going to get that far. But yeah, I should do more of that. That's our problem. Your hips should be able to go further. Well, that ain't too bad considered. I don't even, you know what, I ought to put more of that in the video. But you know what I mean? There's like a frog pose in the aerial that it should be able to go flat or down. You shouldn't be able to see. Damn, you know what? So I'm able to do a full split for some reason. I think if any of you guys watch my videos and I watch my own, there's like the professional people doing the split, these girls and these dudes and all that. And there's one dude that, best video I ever seen. I'm bad with names, but I got to get you the video and use his name. Says how some people can't do the splits because maybe they have different hip joints. With me, it seems like I'm kind of getting by with it, where that part of the legs where you're supposed to do a frog pose to get, you may never get it like perfect. And when I finally do get the splits and maintain them, it's almost my legs are rotating, but then to keep it down there, I can raise a baton over my head or just raise my hands over my head and keep balance. And during, say when you're that much off the ground and you get almost on the ground, you are feeling that and it's really stressing. And some of us, may never be able to, like some of these people, mostly girls, and there's some martial arts dudes, they can sit in a split like a whole long time, these yoga people that were at it forever. But a lot of us are just fighting with really stubborn ass, when I say hamstring, there's like that muscle that's like not like the hamstring, but right in the middle from the groin to the, like I said, if you want to do the frog's pose or a crow's pose, trying to do this just to pull that out. But that's kind of, but when you do a lot of that, your elbows literally dig into here, you know what I'm saying? This video is mostly, I don't expect it to get a lot of views, this is mostly for people that I know for a fact have been following me and they're pulling it off. And I talk to them on other social media and they don't even necessarily compliment me or comment directly on YouTube, and some friends outside here. But so every time I'm losing my splits, go back to doing a wall, and I get it by doing push-ups. That's what I'm saying. Do a whole bunch of tricep push-ups, go like this, stay there. I'm able to do this, and this, and this, and even if you do tricep push-ups, do the knuckle push-ups close together, sit there, do it on the two knuckles here, do two here. Because I preached it, it's like, that's why I got into experiment with toe stands like ballet, because I'm a hand conditioning person as an amateur as it is, and my theory is that, I have different kind of theories that maybe we should be able to do, even though it's just girls that do that ballet pointing, and there's guys that do ballet too. Since I'm a bare knuckle kind of person, I got into it. I got theories that some of us shouldn't. But then when you eventually see if you can get it here, and see, I'm about this far, and that's really being maxed out here. So go like this and hold it. And that, hold it for a while. And I can see where it's like, it wants to always go back. I mean, I have to do it repeatedly, but so then, go and jack yourself back up again. Like I said too, do a downward dog here to wag yourself out a little bit and come back out of it. But say you got your good days and bad days, and we're fighting with it like constantly, you know what I mean? But you can see like how much lower you get to the ground. And say like when you're not doing them all the time, it seems like that once you get it, you're not going to keep it forever. You think your work is done. Oh, it ain't. And if you quit altogether, you lose it all completely, pretty much. And there's a time eventually, you may retire for it completely, you know what I mean? But it's just something to do nonetheless. But, so, for some odd reason, yeah, we're going like that. My pants don't get caught here. And you do the push-up. So each time you do the push-up, you're getting further down. Prop your butt up against the wall. Hold it there. You even hold it there for like a while. And do a little bit of this. Hold it right there. Because you got one leg that's more dominant than the other. And see, like, when you even go like this, you're not really going anywhere. And you're trying to target some of that main area towards the middle where the groin is almost, without maxing your knees out. You seem to be achieving that when you're against the wall and like out in the open. So you need a little bit of everything. But like I said too, you can, that are coming up like I was doing. Lock yourself in a position just about like this. Go like this. And my butt is almost like against this wall here. I got, see that? There you got your straddle. And then some of us, all we have to do is hold our hands like this. I'm feeling that right now. The heels are kind of dug in. They want to slip out a little bit. Just leave it there. You have to do just total sessions of nothing but this. So instead of a stretching machine, that medieval torture device, you got your stretching machine right here. You got something where it ain't too slippery, and your legs are like locking right there. And a matter of fact, well, I can't press into a handstand, but with the wall, for some reason, I can press out of this. Watch this. Yeah, ouchoo-cheech, ouchoo-cheech. Jack myself back up. See, and I can do this that way because I do a lot of push-ups on stuff, you know what I mean? And then you don't have to jack yourself up all the way. Stay like this for a while. Downward dog thing. It actually makes you more secure about yourself. And then, go like that. Downward dog thing again. And finally, you're back on your feet. And like that, and wag it out. Shake it, jump up and down a little bit. And there you go. But like I said, I do a lot of things in my videos too, where you're down in this position. I'm very big on, I think I value the other kind of stuff that you don't have to be totally flexible. That's a game to me too, but the flexibility thing to be able to do the splits, that's a game to me. Win some, lose some, but I actually think sometimes it's more vital to be able to go down, back up again, things like that, and then what you're doing is going a little wider with it. Jump up. You need some of that too, and that is almost more valuable, and then the maximum flexibility is just extra. It's a game, too,